Here come a couple of cool cat cricketers set for a sizzling summer. One's been warming up by taking Windies wickets and a wonder catch, while the other hit a near double century in his last Test innings. So please welcome England bowler Lauren Bell and England batter Ollie Poe!
Yeah, good morning! How are we today?
Hello, yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah, nice to see you all.
And you?
How's
Thanks
it going?
Yeah, very well. Very well.
You are
excited.
very, very welcome. Wow, how exciting is this? It's a summer of cricket, a summer of superstars and cricket on the way. England versus India, the internationals. First men's test a week on Friday. First ladies test 2 weeks on Saturday. Headingley and Trent Bridge, respectively. First of all, what's been going on in the winter? Can you get me up to speed, please? First of all, Ollie.
In the winter, that seems a while ago now. We played a lot since. This winter, we had Pakistan and New Zealand.
Yeah. By the way, no, feel free to bring spring into it. It's all good.
And spring, yeah. And then we've played a bit of county stuff, and then played Zimbabwe two weeks ago, just to get the summer up and running and get some
form. That went rather well, didn't it?
Yeah, it went well. Yeah, it was a good run out. The boys got their runs and took the wickets, and it was a really good week at Trent Bridge. Always awesome. A great place to play.
All right, Lauren, brings us up to speed with the ladies, please.
Yeah, we've just finished our series with West Indies. Actually, we've got a new head coach, new captain. It was the first series, but yeah, it went really well, clean sweep. So yeah, pretty good start.
All right, all good. Now we were talking about the fact you could interview each other. And you said they're sort of doing that anyhow.
Yeah, so you popped out of the studio just when they came in.
Yeah.
And
I just popped out to get abused as usual by the team.
Yeah. No. It's
better that they get it off their chest with me than their colleagues for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I'm glad that went well.
Yeah,
and
went very
meanwhile,
well.
what was happening in here was literally Lauren was interviewing Ollie.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen between the first test? Are you going to get home? What are your plans?
Yeah.
And Ollie was going, so Lauren, you haven't got a test match for ages, but what are your plans? Have you got a couple of blast games before the first T20?
Have you two met before then?
Yeah, we have met. We've done a few of these appearances before.
Yeah. So we know each other fairly well, which is always easy.
So if you could ask Lauren one question, Ollie, what would it be?
About why is there no Test cricket this summer? The purest format.
Yeah, I know. Great question. It's a bit of a shame actually. We don't play for a year. I was literally saying to Ollie earlier, like one test every 6 months is perfect for me. And Ollie's got 5 this summer.
Oh my gosh! And if you could ask Ollie one question, Lauren, what would that be?
It would be, how do you play Test cricket back to back? It's so tiring.
Did you watch the tennis on Sunday?
I did. Yeah, I loved it.
Okay. So let's talk about that. Did you watch the tennis on Sunday, Lauren?
The tennis?
Yeah, French Open.
Alcaraz, Sinner.
No.
It was crazy, right?
Right, okay.
The ladies' final on Saturday was fantastic, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Coco Gauff, who was in tears 3 years ago when she lost, and then she wrote in her journal, I will win the French Open 2025 as many times as she could fit on a page, and then did from a set down against the world number one. So that was fantastic. Saturday we thought, the French Open's been brilliant. We've had a brilliant women's final. And then the men's final on Sunday was one of the greatest matches of tennis ever played. Right,
now this isn't about tennis, obviously it's about cricket, but it's about you just talked about fitness then, didn't you? You saw it, 5.5 hours. They've played the last game as if it could have been their first game or their warm-up. How do you both feel as elite sports people when you watch that? Is tennis the thing? Is rowing the thing? Is cycling the thing? Is playing, the 5th day of the 5th test match and you've been in for a couple of days the thing? Tell us about how exhausted you can be when you look at other sports people doing other extraordinary things, how you feel, what do you know about that?
Yeah, exactly. That's, I think, what I admired so much about what went on in that men's final on the Sunday. I mean, Alcaraz, I think that side of things as well, but also the mental side. I mean, having 3 championship points against him, that's what I love watching tennis, and I love sort of picking up a few cues off them, and from a mental point as well. And it's almost like he'd let go. I mean, everything looked like Sinner was going to win, and I think from that point it was like he almost let go and just let his ability take over rather than actually sort of forcing it too much. And I think 5.5 hours. I mean, I used to play as a kid, and I went and played for the first time a few months ago, and just had a knock with my mate. Just played one set, and I was pretty knackered after.
Yeah, I was going to say, Noah and I, my 16-year-old son, were watching it. I said we should have a game, and after one, up to a set, and you lose focus, you can't bother anymore. It's a bit like snooker, isn't it? Snooker's crazy. Everyone's at a game of snooker on a full-size table for about a minute until they start playing.
Yeah, and they get a break of 8. and realise that's as good as it's going to get.
And so when you witnessed that on Sunday, were you thinking, because they did look a bit more tired than when they started, but they didn't look like they'd been at it for 5.5 hours without any substantial breaks, no comfort breaks, nothing.
Yeah, it was incredible. And that's what I mean. The quality of tennis. I mean, even the shot down the line for Alcaraz to win. I mean, putting out that level of quality after 5.5 hours, I just thought was amazing.
So, what's the most tired you've been on a cricket field?
Probably in India last year. I think it was like 35 degrees, and managed to bat for probably a day and a half, and I was knackered.
Well, this wasn't when we were on for 1,000 runs, was it? Wasn't?
No, sadly not. No, this was that was in Pakistan. I think,
sorry, Pakistan.
When I actually got a duck in that game. So let's not talk about that.
By the way, what a crazy game to get a duck in.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe it. I had to open the batting for the first time and smoked one straight to mid wicket. The guy took a one-handed catch, and I went and sat and watched our guys bat for the next 3 days.
Could you believe that?
No, I mean, it was great to watch, but man, I was gutted as well.
I think that's interesting because they had such a profound innings. You think nobody's ever going to remember my duck because of what happened afterwards. We had a conversation, didn't we, about that, Vassos, with a cricketer about how come they didn't just hang out for this 1,000 runs, because they declared it was a draw in the end, wasn't it?
Oh no, we won that one.
About.
Wasn't the series drawn?
No, we lost series 2-1.
Yeah.
So that was the one we won.
Did you get what we were all screaming at the telly? Just stay in for 1,000.
Yeah, but then the pitch was so flat, so we needed to. I was actually captain that game.
Oh my God.
So I was so yeah.
Oh God, this is getting worse, isn't it?
Yeah. So no, I mean, we won the game on a flat pitch. And
Did you ever discuss staying in for 1,000?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't an option really. No, because we had the game to win, so we managed to, and we won it with plenty of time, so we could have gone for 1,000. So maybe you guys are right.
Yeah. That was the thing. There was something going on where we said you should have just done it anyway, and then confirmation bias after it was over. We said, yeah, we were right. Blah 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 blah.
Just because it would have been, you were the team that scored 1,000 runs.
Yeah.
Forever.
A duck in 1,000 runs wouldn't have looked. That would have looked even. Well, a duck in 800 wasn't great, but a duck in 1,000 would have been even worse.
Right. Ollie has been playing and captaining England since 2018, and Lauren, you played your first game for England ladies in 2022. Do you remember what's the most important, exciting text or email you have received in your career as a cricketer? Would it be that one? Is that how you find out?
Oh, yeah, I reckon the debut. It was a text and then a conversation. The debut. My first game was actually a test match, so Ollie will be happy with that. But yeah, the text of actually. Yeah.
Where were you? What happened? How was your career going? Did you have high hopes? Tell us all about it.
It all happened very quickly. I went from not knowing that I could be a professional cricketer to probably making my debut for England in all space of 2 years. But the previous two opening bowlers both retired at very similar times, and then they needed to fill those positions. So yeah, I kind of came in quite quickly and made my debut. But yeah, it was great.
Cricket is big into text, isn't it? A lot of things happen by text in cricket. Is that the norm?
I know, I'm not sure.
Because no, you read about cricketers or they're interviewed, you go, no, I got the text the night before. Is it always by text whether you're in the team or not?
If you're making your debut, you normally get a text to go and talk to the head coach. Well, this is how ours works. And then once you've played, you don't want a text, because if you get a text from the coach saying we need to speak, you're like, I'm not in the
Ollie,
team
would you
for
concur
tomorrow.
with that?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that about right?
Yeah. I mean, I think for the India, I missed the call for the India squad, but then got a text after, and then said no need to call back. So I think if it was a text saying can you call me back, that would have been probably more nervy one.
No need to reply.
Yeah.
Out of both your careers, which is a stellar, and long may they continue, would that be the most important? Is that the most important piece of communication you've got with that day? Would that be the one?
Yeah, I think that, and then like my first World Cup squad and my first Ashes squad were probably also quite
cool.
big moments.
What about you, Al?
Yeah, similar. I think I got dropped probably just before Brendan McCullum and Stokes took over. and I wasn't expecting to be in the test team for their first, and I knew that the team they picked was going to be the one they stuck with for a while. So I went. We had a time off with Surrey. Went down to Cornwall with my family, thinking, right, I've got 2 or 3 weeks off here, perfect. And then got a call from Brendan McCullum, telling him I'm going to bat at 3, which I'd never done. So that was that, and my first ever one.
And was that an actual phone call?
That was, yeah. But I was walking my dog on a cliff, and I could barely hear, so I wasn't sure if he was saying I was in or not in the squad.
Right.
So, yeah, it was. But fortunately, I heard right.
And then you go back to wherever you stay, and you say to the family, "Got to go.
Yeah.
Sorry about this. Got to go.
You got to shoot.
Got to
up the
leave
M4.
Dodge."
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. You say that you didn't realise you could be a professional cricketer, and by the way, you're right up there now, Lauren Bell. Can I presume, therefore, from that you were into other sports and you excelled?
And I guess like professional women's cricket all became quite big as I got to like 17, 18. So I went to uni and started uni thinking, I'm going to do this sociology degree, and no idea where I would have gone with it.
What other sports were?
I played football as a child. I reckon if you asked 10-year-old me, I would have wanted to be a footballer. But then, cricket came into the equation. And
because Shane Warne wanted to be an Aussie rules footballer. And his second choice was tennis player. I don't know if you've ever read his book or you've seen the documentary about him. And his third choice was cricketer. And he turns out being like the greatest bowler of all time. What did you do other sports, Al?
Yeah, I loved every sport. I think Arsenal
annoying,
missed a good centre midfield in me. But,
really?
No, I wasn't that good. Still time. You can dream about it. But no, I play every sport. I mean, a bit of golf, bit of cricket, bit of tennis. So played.
If you had to take on any of us, right, at any sport other than cricket, which would be your sort of top trump, your joker?
Golf, I think.
Golf
for you, I reckon.
Yeah.
Now look at us. We're perking up. We're up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
Because
Yeah.
we've got handicaps. See, in tennis, no handicaps.
Well, true.
So you picked this. You've fallen into our trap, young man. So I'm off 28 at the moment. What are you off, Assos?
28? Oh, yeah, no, I'm like, what's the maximum?
I think it's 28.
Yeah.
What do you play off? Annoying.
Scratch.
Scratch! Yeah! You're going down! You're going down, man!
Nah, you'll probably have me off 28.
Yeah. What about you, Lauren? Do you golf?
I dabble. I'm definitely
What does
not.
that mean?
I play when I have time on tour.
Right.
But yeah,
It's quite safe golf, isn't it, for sports people doing other things?
I think it's touch wood. I think it is good. I mean, we like it because like tennis is so tiring. If you have a day off on cricket, golf is the most relaxing, I guess.
Right.
Unless you take it really seriously.
Cricket-wise, England versus India, both teams, ladies and the men's. What is the competition going to be like? How equal is the competition? Who do you have to watch out for in the opposing team? First of all, Lauren.
Yeah, it will be a big challenge. I think we've obviously had a really good series against West Indies, but India is a whole different challenge. They've got really strong batting lineup. They've got Smitty, Harmanpreet, and then they've got really good bowlers. So it will be a big challenge, but it's exciting.
I know it's not played on paper; it's played on grass. But on paper, who's favourite?
Oh, that's a great question.
You've got home advantage, home
advantage, home conditions. I think we're in a really strong position. But as I said, they're a really good team.
All right, excellent. What about you, Al? What do you think?
Yeah, I think home advantage, hopefully us. But no, it should be a really good series. I think they've obviously had a few legends of the game retire, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. So the series will miss that because they create some good drama.
Virat Kohli, not only one of the best cricketers, one of the best captains of all time.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's a lot of respect in world cricket for Virat Kohli. So it's a shame not to play against him. I mean, he's
not that much of a shame.
It's good to play against, kind of see how he goes about his stuff. But no, they've got some. I mean, cricket is, it's massive, obviously, in India. So they've got so much talent coming through. So no, it should be a really exciting series.
And what on paper again? What do you think?
Hopefully us.
Good, excellent.
Yeah, home advantage.
Because you've captained. Have you captained as well, Lauren? Forgive me.
No, okay. I've not captained.
Ollie, from a captain's point of view, Virat being one of the best ever, having captained yourself, what was the one thing you enjoyed most about it? What was the call that you enjoyed making most, owning?
I didn't win many tosses, so I can't say that.
Right.
I think it's just more that there's so many different styles of captaincy.
What was yours? Oh, how would you describe yours?
So for me, I guess I was standing in when Stokes wasn't there, so I was very much trying to just pass the same messages in my own way that he was kind of giving us and the template he set. So I think I was fairly calm on the pitch, and we had a few young guys coming through. So for me, it was just trying to make the guys in the changing room and on the pitch feel as good as they can.
It's great to see you both together doing the rounds. It's important, isn't it, that you go together and send a message, a unified message out.
Absolutely, and I think even having the series on at the same time is great. I think hopefully the country can get behind. I mean, all three, the disability team are playing India as well.
Brilliant.
So all three sides. So it should be
on.
an exciting time for England cricket.
Have you ever taken on each other, the men and the women's?
Could you imagine?
You could have mixed team, couldn't you? That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Probably get me out.
But that'd be fun.
I'm not sure the batters would want to face 90 miles an hour, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I once netted, I can't remember who it was with, but it was somebody, a medium pacer, and he was just walking in, and I didn't see the ball.
Well, I mean, I remember I was having a chat with Andy Murray, different sport, but talking of tennis, about how many points I would win off him in a set, and I massively overplayed how good I am at tennis. And he said, no points. No, you will get 0 points. You're not returning any of my serves, and every one of your serves that you get in, it's one shot and I've won the point. And I think, when you get to the elite level, I actually think there should be, sport against Joe Public, just so that we know how flipping elite these people are, because we watch you and we watch you bowl and we watch you bat, Ollie, and we think, oh, that's great. But I wonder if I could. No, you couldn't. No, you just couldn't.
It is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's why we all fancy ourselves at golf, because there's no ball coming towards us, because it's just a static ball.
Yeah, that's what I think. Anyway.
When are you in action next? When are you netting? What's going on? What's happening in the next few days?
we just finished our series, got a week off, but then I'm playing some T20 Blast cricket next week, and then the India series.
Excellent.
Yeah, similar but the opposite. I've just played 4 T20s for Surrey, and then back in the nets tomorrow, getting ready for the India series starting on Friday next week.
A week on Friday. Thanks both for coming in. That's great. Let's hear it for
Thank you
Lauren
so
and for
much.
Ollie. Absolute England cricketers at the top of their game. Ollie Pope and Lauren Bell bring on the summer of cricket.